She was kind of an unknown character to most people, only those who read the comics she appeared in really knew her, but she ended up being one of the main characters in Creature Commandos and won over many fans after that. We're talking about Nina Mazursky, the mysterious character and friend of the bride, who had a heavy past and a very tragic ending. In this video, I'm gonna share all about Nina, her origin in the comics, the differences between the comics and the animation, plus her entire journey in Creature Commandos, so stick around because you're gonna want to know it all. Welcome to Comic Chronicles. If there's one thing James Gunn nailed in Creature Commandos, it's how he reshaped the characters to make them feel super relatable. Even though they're monsters, or in the case of G.I. Robot, an actual robot, they all have a human side, and that created a connection with the audience. You can't help but feel for at least one of the characters. The only flaw in my opinion was with Frankenstein, but that's a topic for another video. Making unknown characters resonate with the audience is James Gunn's great skill, and with Nina Mazursky, it was no different. Guys, her origin in the comics and all her backstory is really different from what we saw in the animation, and honestly, I loved how it was handled in the show. There are definitely some Easter eggs from the comics, but her origin was changed, and her journey in Creature Commandos turned out to be the most tragic one. So go ahead and leave a like on this video, subscribe to our channel, and for those of you who are already subscribed, make sure to turn on notifications. I'll be releasing more videos about DC characters coming to the DCU soon, along with more updates from this week, so be part of our community to stay in the loop about everything DC related. Thank you so much, and now let's dive into the origin of Nina Mazursky in the comics. Nina Mazursky was created by Jeff Lemire and Ibrahim Roberson, making her first appearance in Flashpoint Frankenstein and the Creatures of the Unknown #1. However, in the main continuity, Nina Mazursky first appeared as part of the DC Universe in the New 52 in Frankenstein, Agent of Shade #1 by Jeff Lemire and Alberto Ponticelli. In her origin, Nina Mazursky was a scientist with SHADE, an anti-terrorism organization with the Creature Commandos as their main team, led by Frankenstein, who battles monsters. Nina lost her only daughter to a terminal illness at a young age, which led to her divorce. After that, Nina was driven to create the first generation of the Creature Commandos and developed a maternal bond with them. Unfortunately, her creations went mad due to a lack of experience in dealing with emotions, making them a dangerous threat. Although Nina couldn't bear to see her creations dead, she pleaded with Dr. Ray Palmer to confine them in a microscopic prison called the Zoo. Learning from her mistakes, Nina created a second generation of the Creature Commandos by using fully formed humans capable of transformations. She included herself in the experiment, transforming into an amphibious woman and joining the ranks of the Commandos. Just for fun, Nina's weakness has always been asphyxiation. She couldn't go without her water helmet. However, Khalees, a medical mummy who is part of the Creature Commandos in the comics, cured Nina at one point in the stories, allowing her to breathe air while walking on land without her helmet. Oh, and check this out, Khalees showed up at the end of the first season of the animation as one of the new members of the Creature Commandos, and he'll be in the second season. The only bummer is that we won't see him cure Nina. In the DCU created by James Gunn, the character makes her first appearance in the Creature Commandos series, where she was born with her lungs outside of her body. Because of that, she had to use a machine that simulated her lungs so she could breathe. She was even rejected by her own mother, who abandoned her and her dad to go live with her grandmother because she couldn't accept keeping Nina alive on machines. Nina's dad was the only one who truly cared about her and loved her for who she was. And yeah, I mentioned that in the comics, Nina was a scientist, but in the animation, it's her dad who is, and to help her live without having to breathe through a machine, he combined her DNA with that of an amphibian, resulting in a mutation, giving her the appearance she has now, with the condition of needing to stay underwater to breathe. Since her dad was a well-known scientist, she got into school easily, but that didn't mean her life there would be easy. The other kids mocked her and rejected her. Being super discriminated against at school led her to give up on everything. Nina left a note for her dad, ran away from home, and ended up living in the sewers and water reservoirs. Eventually, that caught the attention of some people who spotted her, and over 3 years, she became something of an urban legend in Star City. Dr. Mazursky was devastated that his daughter had left, and soon after seeing her on the TV news, he went out to find her because authorities had already been called to capture her. Nina gets captured, and while her dad tries to reach her to say she's not a burden but the greatest gift in his life, he gets shot by a cop and dies right in front of her, who can do nothing because she just got arrested. You see, Nina was arrested just for how she looked. She never hurt anyone and didn't even have any battle experience. In fact, when she gets her first order to kill someone, she can't do it and gets taken out easily by Princess Ilana, unlike in the comics, where she fought alongside Frankenstein. Did you know Nina's story? What do you think about how she was adapted in the DCU? Let me know in the comments, hit that like button on the video, and subscribe to the channel while you're at it. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you stay updated on everything happening with Marvel and DC. Thanks a lot, and see you in the next video.